Loose change for getting down. It's Friday and I'm on fire, and I know that I'll break your heart, and I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. These cars are just it, so won't you come?
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace. This is Mess Around.
What up?
And that is Mr. Crispy Bacon. And you're watching another episode of Between the Ropes. So with that, I hope everybody is having a fantastic night. Crispy Bacon, how about yourself?
Doing good. How you guys doing this tonight?
You know what? I cannot complain. I'm actually having a great night. I know Mess Around Dave's having a great night too, Really can't complain about it. We're here. We're going to break down a little bit of Raw. We're going to break down a little bit of SmackDown. We're going to do our usual and welcome in Amy. She's saying, hey guys, welcome in Amy. I hope you're having a fantastic night at work, and I will be able to see you soon. Anyway, how about we go ahead and we jump into that little bit of Monday Night Raw going on right off the bat. And I'll tell you what a way to start Monday Night Raw, if anything. When you truly think about Monday Night Raw, what a way to start. Start it with a steel cage match? Really? Right off the bat, you have Kevin Owens versus Big E. Steel cage match, and the winner, of course, being Big E. And I don't think anybody saw anything different. But it actually surprised me that they did not make this the main event. But I was okay with it kicking off Raw. It's kind of that attention drawer, drawing the people in. So, Mess Around Dave, I'll start out with you. Your thoughts of this steel cage match?
Fight, Owens, fight. He fought until the end. It was a good match. But like you said, I don't think anybody saw any differently. Big E, obviously, is going to win this match. They're not going to have him lose before day one. I liked how Seth Rollins attacked both of them after the match was over. Kind of add some drama to the match.
He still has those amazing suits.
Yeah.
I still love his suits, but this time it didn't look like wallpaper or anything like that.
Didn't look like his wife dressed him this time.
right? Absolutely. Absolutely. But Crispy Bacon, what was your overall thoughts on the steel cage match?
Oh, I liked the cage match. It was good. We kind of knew Big E was going to win, but the attack on, from Bobby Lashley, that came out of nowhere, and I think he's trying to make a push for a four-way match. Four-way. That's what it's sounding like.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. And that kind of what it sounds like right now is that there's a lot of speculations going on right now that this is going to actually turn into a fatal four-way, which I'm like, oh, man, I really hope not. I really hope it stays at just a triple threat match. I think that the triple threat match is going to be good enough. I really do. I like Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens and Big E in this match. I'm really not sure who's going to come out on top. I'm kind of hoping Rollins does. Or you know what? I would actually be okay with Kevin Owens actually winning the belt too.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, Mess Around, your thoughts on Bobby Lashley, getting involved in attacking both of them?
I don't really see how he fits into the whole picture. Like, I know there really ain't got nothing going on with him right now, so you need to do something. So, I guess it makes sense that way. But if you put Bobby Lashley in this match, you can't have him lose because he's supposed to be built up as the Almighty. So if he's in this match, he's probably going to win the title.
Well, he feels like he got robbed because Big E cashed in his money in the bank.
Yeah, but
I think that's why
cashing
he
in money in the
won.
bank is common. You know, people cash in their money in the bank, and
No, I know.
It's
But
not
he-
like it's the first
but
time.
he's-
Like, that's the first time in history it's happened.
Right, but he's thinking like, oh, it wasn't fair. I was hurt. The whole story of that, and I think that's why he's like, I want in this match because I feel like I got wronged.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that when it comes down to it, I kind of agree with Messer on that. If they put Bobby Lashley in this match, I think somehow he's going to walk out of the match with the title.
Right.
People were kind of high on Bobby Lashley when he was champion. People really liked it because he was the Almighty, and you're kind of building him up to that. But so Brandon saying, "What's up, guys?" He's saying Seth freaking Mr. Overrated. Oh my gosh. Don't come in and try and take Dragon Viper's spot with this overrated crap, especially with Seth Rollins. We know that Seth Rollins before has been able to carry this company.
Yep.
He did it for a year and a half or so when he was with the Authority. So we know he's got the goods to do it. And I'm with you. Like, I would be happy with him winning or KO.
Yeah, look, Big E has had a decent run so far. I've been okay with the run he's had, but I really think it is time for KO or Rollins. It's time for both. But
KO's contract's up soon, at least by the end of January or sometime between January and March, I think.
Well,
my thing with Big E is like they split up him from the New Day to make it to where they're featuring him.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you're still going to give him the New Day music. Why not bring Brandon as his own person?
Yeah, but they gave him his own music.
Well,
did they? I thought he was still coming out to the New Day stuff.
No. He does have his own music. It's like lifting weights and everything. It shows.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So he does have that, but he still. But the thing is he still has a lot to do with the New Day. Because you see him sometimes show up on SmackDown and kind of help out the New Day. So I get what Mess Around is saying there. Overall, though, the cage match was a good match.
Yes.
You knew that Big E was going to win. You knew it wasn't going to be Kevin Owens strictly for the fact that, they have to keep Big E looking strong right now. So Chris, any final thoughts on the steel cage match?
No, I mean it was a good match. I liked it at the end. I think it was Big E flying out of the cage and hitting the ground first, and then that prevailed him to win. So I thought that was kind of interesting on that one.
And then welcome in Christy Wilson. She's here, and then you see Brandon Herrera, who's saying, I say Raw, we will have Bobby and Big E versus Seth and KO.
Like as a tag team match?
Well, yeah, he's saying a tag team match, but the thing is, I don't know because of the simple fact that Bobby's not really a face and Big E is.
Right.
But neither Seth and Kevin Owens.
And it's not like they haven't put a face and a heel together before in a tag match, so it wouldn't be a first time for it.
Yeah, but they usually end up having it end in a weird weird way with them fighting or whatever. So
like Big E and McIntyre.
Right.
Yeah, like Big E and McIntyre and blah 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 blah.
The list goes on.
Yep, the beat goes on. And of course, so Brandon's saying Christy Wilson needs to jump on the show. So there's at least one smart person. Oh yeah. So you're saying that we're not smart by saying that Seth Rollins is not overrated? Because he's definitely not overrated.
Brandon, have you not embraced the vision yet? Come on, get with the program.
Embrace the vision. Embrace the vision. So let's jump into that next match, is none other than it was Nikki Ash versus Queen Zelina Vega. And in the end, you saw Zelina Vega pick up the victory. So, Crispy Bacon, what'd you think of this match? And let's say this Divas match actually lasted a little bit. It wasn't like a quick 2-minute match or 3-minute match or whatever. It was actually a little bit of a match. So, Chris, what was your thoughts?
No, it was a good match. I feel like they're pushing Queen Zelina into in a singles match or something for a championship down the line, not right away. But it's getting interesting seeing her and Carmella. I know she wasn't in the match, but getting more matches.
You know why? Because Mella is money.
That's my girl.
Mella's money. That's Dave's girl right there. But mess around. What'd you think of Queen Zelina and Nikki ASH?
Well, I think they're going down the road of trying to make Nikki look like the weak link between her and name somebody quick.
You talking about Rhea?
Yeah, Rhea. Thank you.
Yeah.
The name eluded me for a minute, but trying to make her look like a weak link between the two. And I think they're going to split up soon and have a little feud going on.
Yeah, it kind of seems like, well, we'll get into that in a little while, which is actually the next match that we're going to talk about. But I see what you're talking about with the weak link with Nikki ASH, eventually going up against Rhea, because they're kind of doing that same thing with Omos and AJ Styles.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're definitely, I think Nikki ASH right now, they're like, yeah, she's the weak link. It's going to be Nikki ASH versus Rhea at some point. But I'm going to be curious who is going to take on Zelina Vega and Carmella for the women's titles.
Mm-hmm.
There's not too many options out there.
Shayna and Natalya, possibly?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Shayna and Natalya. Well, yeah, because Natalya was with Tamina for a while, and then they lost it. So maybe Shayna, because they have to do something with Shayna. But overall, the match was decent. You have Zelina, Mella's money, and then Rhea, which a lot of people are really high on Rhea. A lot of people are high on Rhea.
I was when she first came out, but I kind of don't really. I don't know. She hasn't really elevated herself like I thought she would.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now we can jump into the next one, which the Street Profits versus AJ Styles and Omos. And let's not forget, though, this one was for that arcade
Bronament
or whatever they say. Yeah, it's like the arcade Bronament.
It's like a tournament to face arcade bro.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a tournament, but they call it arcade Bronament. And the Street Profits, ended up getting the victory. And then you saw after the match, you kind of saw Omos maybe getting a little bit of frustrated, and he kind of walked out and left. So I'm telling you, maybe this is kind of leading from, Omos versus AJ Styles. This is something that you could potentially see. So the Street Profits actually got the victory, which I will say kind of surprised me a little bit. It did, because I thought that Omos and AJ Styles were going to be right back in the tag team title picture again. But mess around, Dave, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, I see what you're saying here. I agree with the split up Styles. I think they want to get Styles back into the heavyweight, title picture, and have Omos start doing his own thing where he's one-man wrecking crew.
Mm-hmm.
But the match was good, and I was surprised the Street Profits won, but I think everybody wants Street Profits to get the titles too. So,
well, they're
because
definitely
we want the smoke.
Yeah, I was going to say people are definitely high on the Street Profits. It's like one of their favorite tag teams. The Street Profits are huge, man. Like, people love the Street Profits.
Yeah.
I love the Street Profits. They're funny.
I do
They're
too.
entertaining, and they're good workers in the ring too. They always put on a show.
So Brandon Herrera saying, was it Taker that compared Omos to Andre the Giant? I believe it was Taker that said it.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it was
It
him.
was, yeah.
And then Christy Wilson saying, how about Dana Brooke and Doudrop team up? Well, but the problem is then Dana Brooke would kind of have to turn heel. And right now, Dana Brooke's not really heel. She's kind of face. even though she's the 24/7 champion, but she's still face at the moment.
I heard Dewdrop may get a name change.
If there's anybody that needed it, it's her because that name
Back,
is
back
ridiculous.
to
Dewdrop, yeah, Dewdrop.
yeah, back to her original ring name, I think.
And then you have Brandon who's saying, "I'm calling it now. Omos will team up with Aziz soon." That'd be
awesome.
That would be a heck of a.
That'd be interesting.
That would be a heck of a tag team, though.
Have her team up with Shanky.
Shanky,
Yeah, Shanky's on SmackDown, though, right?
Yeah, but I thought Aziz was on SmackDown too. Is
No,
he not?
Aziz is on
Oh, yeah, you're right. He got traded to Raw.
yeah.
But Chris, what was your thoughts on the Street Profits? And
No, I like the match. It was good. I feel like Omos is kind of wanting to leave the tag team, and it kind of all started after that. When AJ and Omos were facing the Street Profits, and the Street Profits brought out the fire extinguisher and all that stuff, and that's kind of when it all started. And I don't think Omos appreciated that too much, the faking of the vision loss, and I think he just had it. But overall, it was a good match.
you know what? And you can never escape the Shanky.
No.
Right.
You can never escape the Shanky. The Shanky will always be forever engraved, and that word's going to always be there. All right, so we can jump into the next one, which is the U.S. title match. It was actually Damian Priest versus Robert Roode. Robert Roode was getting in the title picture on the U.S. title match. We kind of knew that Robert Roode wasn't going to win, but overall, it was actually a good match. But again, afterwards, you kind of saw what happened with Dolph Ziggler attacking Priest after the match again. So mess around, Dave. I'll start out with you. Your thoughts on Robert Roode and Damian Priest?
Here's the thing. The guy that you're facing is not going to win when they don't show his entrance music to come down to the ring. That's a bad sign to right off and start. The dude's not going to win. Because every time that they just show the champion's entrance and not the opponent, the guy that they never show, the entrance always loses.
Right.
So
I never picked up on that.
Yeah, it's true. It happens every time. So you knew that was a bad omen for Bobby Roode to begin with. And I think a Ziggler Priest match would be one hell of a match.
It would be because.
And I also think it'd be more beneficial for Ziggler to have that title. Give him at least something. The guy deserves it. He works his ass off.
And I know we're going to get steamrolled for this because I know a lot of people are going to be like, you talk about Ziggler, but Ziggler's overrated, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Ziggler's not overrated.
It's not.
It's just you just don't really see his skill set because he's not – they're not putting him in the proper matches.
He's not featured enough.
And that's why. But it's true, though. When you think about it, it's like when somebody doesn't come out with an entrance music, they lose. But a majority of the time, it's because it's jobbers.
Yeah.
It's like some local jobbers that you see. But that's how. So we have a few questions here. I'm saying is AJ Styles and Omos over? I hope so. No, I don't think they're over yet. It's going to be pretty close, possibly at some point.
They're going to build it. They're going to take a couple weeks to build it up, and then possibly day one.
And then Christy Wilson saying, I hope Roode and Ziggler break up.
They've been taking for a while.
You can't break up the Dirty Dogs.
No, you cannot break up the Dirty Dogs. The Dirty Dogs are going to be there. You definitely can't break them up. They're going to stay as a tag team. But anyway, overall, match good. Damian Priest, I think, is going to be the U.S. champion for a little while. I don't think he's going to lose the title anytime soon. They're really building him up right now.
Rightfully so.
And Brandon saying that Roode is carrying the Dirty Dogs.
There it is.
Yeah, right there. I knew at some point it was coming.
Hey, Lee Ziegler didn't say it should have been me.
It should have been me. It should have been me. All right. So we go into the next one. We have Dewdrop versus Bianca Belair because this has turned into rivalry, which I was not expecting. But you saw in the end that Doudrop ended up actually walking away, and Bianca Belair ended up getting the count out victory, which, you know, Doudrop's doing that whole heel thing, being like, you know what, just leave the ring. I don't need to be in there. You know, whatever. I'll take a loss via count out, and that's what happened. She ended up taking the loss by via count out. Doudrop, for her size, she's actually kind of athletic.
She's really athletic.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
She can move.
So I actually thought that this match was actually decent. So Chris, I'll start out with you. You know, what was your thoughts on the Doudrop and Bianca match?
Doudrop's shown a lot of improvement since, I guess, you know, since Eva Marie left, but she's been improving. I like her heel turn. You know, it was a longer match for, you know, a women's match, and I think they're probably going to make this match for a day one event.
Yeah, I think that they probably will, but I'm telling you too, it actually surprised me that they actually turned her heel.
That was true, yeah.
Because it seems like they turned her heel pretty fast, because she hasn't really been here that long, and it's like she went from face to heel super fast. Mm-hmm. So, Mess Around, what was your thoughts?
My thoughts are, why is this even a thing? But then you think about it, it's a thing because neither one of them have anything going on, so they have to do something because they got to live in the title picture with Becky right now. So, and they're both really athletic. I thought it could have been better if she would have stayed in the ring, and, you know, but she had to do the heel thing and stay true to her character.
Bianca is talented too, but we know somebody who's on the show that constantly says, Bianca's not talented, and I'm so over Bianca. So somebody's going to have to step up in that role tonight and take that spot. I don't know who it'll be, but somebody.
It's going to be me, because I've been singing her praises since before she even came up.
Right, so Christy's saying she is really good in the ring. Amy saying that it was a good match, and then Brandon saying the reports are that Doudrop is getting a character change and maybe a name change. I believe so. So, you know, maybe Piper nicked her old name. You know, maybe she goes back to that.
Where they did purchase the trademark again.
Huh?
WWE purchased that trademark or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm saying
bought the name, so
they could go back to her old name though. They could. All right, and then our next thing of the night that we actually had the Miz, and basically in this little talk show thing going on with Ed, and I'll tell you. Yeah, but I'm saying it ended up actually being pretty dang good.
Yeah.
So, you know, you see the challenge that basically was thrown out there, and it was accepted at day one. So we're going to end up seeing Edge versus The Miz at day one, which I'll tell you, I think this is going to be an excellent match.
Oh, it's going to be a banger.
This one could be close to match of the night. It's going to be that good.
It's going to be still the show type of match.
Oh, I definitely.
How excited are you that The Miz came back? Like, the Raw needs him.
Yeah.
He's so good, great on the mic. He's excellent in the ring. We've missed him for a while, and I'm so happy that he's back.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, all right, I'll take Randy's spot. Edge is overrated. I didn't care for it much. All right, I'm just kidding. All right, so anyways. The interesting part about I know we don't normally talk about this, but I'm just mentioning it because a match ended up being made for day one out of this. I just think it's interesting at the end to where the Miz is like, well, I'm not scared, and then Edge like faked the punch, and the Miz like drops down, and Edge goes, yep, you're not scared, and then drops the mic and walks out.
Yeah. You look scared.
Huh?
You look scared.
He looks scared. So Christy is asking and saying, will this match top the Edge and Seth match at SummerSlam?
Ooh.
That's a tough question. They
Depends on how it's set up.
But it is going to be a good match. It's gonna be a great match. Will it top the Edge and Seth match? I don't know, because that was a heck of a match too. That was one that could go down for the ages on that one though too. All right. So the next one we have is the Mysterios versus the Alpha Academy, with the Mysterios getting the victory over the Alpha Academy, moving on in the next round to face the Street Profits. So Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, moving on. Can they win the tournament? Who knows? There's a time to where Dominic is going to finally turn on Rey. But mess around, Dave, your thoughts on this tag team match?
Well, I didn't really care for this match. It was blah, blah, blah. There you go, Dragon Viper. That was for you. I would have rather seen the Alpha Academy win because the Mysterios have already been there. They've already had the titles. Why not push the Alpha Academy a little bit? They both, Otis is a bruiser. Chad Gable can wrestle, obviously. He was an Olympian, so why not give those guys a push, see what they could do?
I miss the old Otis.
No, Chris, it's fine.
No, I'm just saying I miss the old Otis.
Oh, the old Otis, yeah, the funny Otis with
Yeah.
the long hair, and
Right.
Yeah. now you kind of get the shaven Otis with the no hair and stuff. But they must be doing. I'm telling you, I think they did it this way because they must be setting something up with the Mysterios. I don't know what it is, but they must be setting something up with the Mysterios. Whether it be some kind of, turn, one of them. It's going to be interesting to see. But, Chris, what was your thoughts on this match?
No, I'm glad the Mysterios, won this match. They deserve to get back in the title picture for tag teams. And, like you said, Ace, maybe they're setting something up for a title shot, and then they're almost close. They're close enough to winning it, and then something happens where they're disqualified. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they go with it. So, the next match of the night that we have Finn Balor versus T-Bar. Another good. I know you're saying,
why are you doing this to Finn?
But at least Finn Balor won.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have made it lose to T-Bar.
Oh, that would have been even worse.
It would be worse.
But I think you're definitely going to end up getting this at day one also. I think this is going to be another match that you're going to see at day one.
T-Bar and Finn?
Yeah. I think you will. Because I think they're trying to give Finn Balor something, so they have to keep him in some kind of rivalry going on. So they figured, if anything, they're like, I don't know, let's put him against T-Bar. We have nothing else going on, so let's go ahead and do that.
That would probably be the least watched match of the pay-per-view, probably.
If they do that, it's probably going to be on the kickoff show.
Yeah, I think it would be. This one would definitely be on the kickoff show. But, mess around, Dave, I think I kind of know what your comments are going to be. But anyways, you can talk about the Finn Balor and T-Bar match.
As much as I like watching Finn Balor wrestle and compete in the ring, it just blows my mind they put him against people like this. I mean, T-Bar is obviously talented. He's made it to the WWE, so he's got something. But what is it? I don't know.
We don't know yet. Don't know yet, but he does have something. Chris, how about you?
No, it's good to see Finn Balor, in matches, but I feel like he needs to get in a better title picture, and maybe he will next year, at the following pay-per-view, but I don't know. I think, like I said, this will be the least watched match, and maybe it'll be on the kickoff show. I don't know.
It would be. It would be. If it's Finn versus T-Bar, it'll be on the kickoff match. There's no way this match would overtake any of the other matches that are going on the card. I don't see that happening. But we can jump into our main event, which our main event is Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan.
Another one of my girls.
For the Raw Women's title.
That was a
And
good
Becky
match.
Lynch technically wins with the roll up by grabbing the rope and pinning and getting the 3 count like that. So basically, in the end, Becky Lynch cheated again and got the victory. But this Liv Morgan is Dave's girl.
I know everybody's gonna start asking how many girls do I have. You answer 3.
3. It's
Melanie,
Carmella, Liv Morgan, and Alexa.
Mandy Rose.
Oh, correct. Mandy Rose. Yeah, I was going to say Alexa. But
Big B.
Big B's here. And then Amy saying, that she feels sorry for Liv Morgan. But they have to – I see why they did it. Because they're going to make this a rivalry. And I think they're going to take it on the day one.
They don't want her dropping the title on the Raw show.
Yeah.
They want to do it on pay-per-view.
Yeah, they're not going to want her to drop it now. They're going to want her to do it at a pay-per-view of day one.
Yeah.
And so Big B, people are welcoming you in the comments. Saying, welcome, Big B. And he disappeared. But anyways, Mess Around Dave, this is your girl. You go ahead and take the match away.
Conspiracy. She was cheated. Robbed. She was robbed. Blasphemous.
Literally.
She was. All right. Crispy Bacon, your thoughts?
No, good match. Liv Morgan showed a lot, and why she should be in the title picture, and I think she'll probably get a rematch with Becky Lynch at day one.
You think so?
I think so.
And of course, Big B, you can go on this one too.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
I don't know. I have a little technical issue, so just trying to get it to work right. But what's new and what's happening?
We're just talking about the main event match, the Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I think Liz needs to get that title here soon. I think I think somebody put in the comments they felt sorry for her. I kind of do too. I think, she's earned it. Unlike your boy Seth Rollins, I think she's actually earned a title run.
Oh,
She'll get there, but I don't think that they would do it on Raw. I think they're going to set it up for Liv Morgan to get the victory at a pay-per-view like day one.
Oh yeah. She'll get a day one hopefully.
Yep. All right. So that was pretty much wrapped up all of Raw. SmackDown was actually pretty good, so we can jump on over to the SmackDown part, which when SmackDown opened, it immediately kicks off with Sami Zayn talking about a conspiracy. He comes out in a neck brace and wheelchair and a walking
two nurses
and everything else. And then you see the interesting thing about it is, though, you see actually Paul Heyman come out. And then and then Brock Lesnar comes out, makes a save, and then he's like, yeah, Brock will soon be that, reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion.
Yeah.
And then he ends up taking out Sami Zayn and his two nurses
orderlies.
or whatever,
right.
Orderlies or nurses, whatever you want to call it is cool. You will definitely. He ended up taking them out, and then of course Brock's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take out Sami." So you saw it. So
Paul Heyman was like, the old Brock would have taken him to Suplex City.
and then they're interviewing Heyman backstage, and Brock Lesnar, and he's like, "Why don't you ask my advocate, Paul Heyman?"
Paul Heyman, yeah. So I don't know if it's setting up to where Heyman's gonna turn on Roman, or if Paul's just kind of getting on the good side of Brock, so he can turn on Brock at the pay-per-view or whatever and help Roman. It's gonna definitely be interesting to see where that goes in the end, because maybe Sami Zayn gets involved too and costs Brock the title, and then Brock will really kill him.
Right? Then we'll have an even bigger conspiracy on our hands.
Yeah, a conspiracy. You'll see a conspiracy. And just like Christy Wilson says, conspiracy.
Yep.
All right.
So I got a
go
story
ahead.
on Sami Zayn that I'm going to save for the end of the show. And
Uh-oh.
really, it might make you guys appreciate Dude even more. It's a really good story.
He's not going moose hunting.
No, anyway, moving on. I'll save it for the end of the show.
No, it's fine if you want to go.
No, I'll save it for later.
You're gonna save it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he's gonna he's saving that one for later. All right. So
You know, before we move on, you guys are talking about Lesnar, Heyman. Do you guys remember, Chris? You might be too young, and I think it was Bobby Heenan, and I want to say it was a match between like Rick Rude and Kurt Hennig or something like that, Mr. Perfect. And Hennig was playing both roles in the corner, where he would cheer for one guy when that guy was up, and then he would turn around, and once the other guy got the momentum, he'd go in the corner of that guy and start cheering him up. I can see them doing that for this match coming up with Heyman.
It would make sense.
yeah, I could see that happening.
Go, Roman. Go.
Go, Brock. Go, Roman. Go, Brock. Go, Roman. Oh, heck. Who cares?
And then
Whoever
you
wins.
see Paul Heyman pass out because he's too exhausted from running around in each corner.
I tell you though, I like the new look though. I like the lumberjack look.
Yeah, this character of Brock, I like. This Brock is awesome. I love this
I
Brock.
think
I like
when the Brock shirt.
I like when he went up to Adam Pearce. He's like, you know what I like to do? Moose
I
hunt.
like to hunt. And I shot this giant moose, and I gutted it. And when I hung it up, I figured, you know what, man? In honor of you, I called him Pierce. I figured, what the heck?
That's great.
I call him Pierce.
Okay.
He's got to have a name, right? Yeah, this character Brock is probably the best one I've seen.
Yeah.
I like that he's actually talking more on the mic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's doing his promos and it's showing that he actually can talk on the mic.
Right.
Yeah, I bet people are like, oh, he can talk.
Well, yeah, because they never heard him
Yeah.
talk before, and people didn't know if he could. And I'm like, of course he can.
That's
He
what
can
my
talk.
son said. My son's 11, and first time I heard Brock talk, his jaw just went. Like, Brock can speak, he can talk. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, he can talk on the mic. He's fine on the mic.
He's like, oh, I've just never heard him talk. I didn't know if he could or not.
Brock is the man.
Yeah.
And for anybody who says that Brock does not sell tickets, I want to tell you this. This is the one thing, okay? There was, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, the SmackDown ratings were right around they were right around like 2 million. People found out that Brock was going to be on SmackDown, and they jumped up to like 2.5. So you tell me that Brock doesn't sell tickets and that Brock doesn't bring ratings and viewerships, because he does. And the pop tonight when Brock came out, it was, or I should say on Friday, it was crazy. Like, it was a crazy pop.
The one he got back when he came from WrestleMania, that was insane.
Oh, you're talking about at
Or
SummerSlam?
SummerSlam. Yeah, excuse me, SummerSlam.
Yeah, that was a crazy
That was a
pop
crazy
too.
pop, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll jump into the next one, which is Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. And Drew McIntyre ends up getting the win over Sheamus with the Claymore. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, man, what a heck of a rivalry. But I kind of like this, though. I think whoever gets on top in this rivalry and wins this rivalry, I think at some point is going to be inserted in the title picture. I think Drew McIntyre is going to be there at some point anyways, but I think eventually Sheamus does need to be there. He needs to get another title shot.
Mm-hmm. They both do.
Oh, yeah. Mess around Dave, Drew McIntyre, and and Sheamus.
Gosh, y'all know how much I hate Drew McIntyre. But anytime he's wrestling Sheamus, I don't mind watching it because it's such a good match and it's so brutal and so physical. So I don't mind watching when he's going against Sheamus, but he's going against anybody else. I'm like, oh, Drew McIntyre again.
Right. Trying to get tired again. All right. Big B, how about you?
I mean, I'm with Dave. I enjoyed the match. You know, I'm not a big fan of McIntyre, but I don't hate the guy. Sheamus, you know, kind of the same way. I think he does deserve a title shot. And I think he'll get one before Drew McIntyre gets it.
I really hope so because Sheamus deserves a title shot. It's been a very, very long time since Sheamus has actually had a championship title shot. And I'm not talking about, we know he was U.S. champion, but I'm talking about like a
WWE.
heavyweight championship like the Universal or the WWE title. So, Chris, what did you think about this match?
Good match. You know, both are really good. I kind of like Drew McIntyre. I like Sheamus a little bit more. But overall, it was a good match, and McIntyre couldn't bring out his sword to the ring, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry, it's getting really hot over here.
It is. Heater up.
Yeah,
Kills it.
it's
That's why it's on my house.
All right, so the next one was basically the next part of SmackDown wasn't really a match. It was more along the lines of it was just it was yes and no, but it was more of Xia Li was making her debut on SmackDown.
Yeah.
She came out to save Naomi from an attack of Sonya Deville and Shayna and Natalya.
It was supposed to be a one-on-one match.
Xia Li is talented though, so I was definitely okay that Xia Li got called up from NXT and is on the main roster. I love it. It's great. Big B, you have anything to say about it?
I'll pull my great Randy impression and be like, I didn't really care for it. Didn't excite me at all. I went to the bathroom during that segment there. You know.
Wow, you do Randy better than Randy does. All right, Chris, you're the only one that hasn't done a Randy impression tonight.
I know. I'll do one next match.
You'll do one next match, okay?
No, I mean, they need to. I don't know. I'm not big on Sonya Deville's character. I think they need to figure out something with that one.
You will though. You'll get to it. You'll start to like it.
That's probably
So
I have a feeling we're going to get a match where it's going to be Naomi versus probably Baszler or somebody, and if she loses, she's going to have to be like Naomi or Deville's secretary for her or whatever.
something like that. Yeah.
I can see it.
Well, we know where Mess Around Dave is going with this one.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it's like you said, they just wouldn't really match. It was just more about showcasing Xia Li, which she was really impressive. I've never seen her wrestle before. I was really impressed with her. She looks like she can do some big things in the E.
Oh yeah, future women's champ, definitely. I'm calling that one now. All right, so the next the actual match that we had is Toni Storm versus Charlotte Flair, and Toni Storm actually won by disqualification. So, Crispy Bacon, what was your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
You got to copy the Dragon Viper.
Yeah.
You did it. We're all going.
No, it was a good match. I feel like this is going to be another rivalry match that kind of started with pie in the face, but I think it's going to be a title match down the road. I believe maybe at day one.
Yeah, it's going to be at day one. It'll, and I think it's going to be a great match though too. I think it will be.
Yeah.
Mess around. How about you?
I didn't realize how hot Toni Storm was. Oh, sorry, was I thinking out loud again?
It's so funny.
Toni Storm is really talented. She impressed me. When she first came up, I was like, another female wrestler who just is cute and has the looks and can't really wrestle. But the more I watch her, the more impressed I get with her. And I think she's going to take the title from Charlotte in day one.
Ooh, that's
prediction.
a bold prediction right there.
Pretty bold, isn't it,
Yeah,
Cotton?
that is a bold prediction right there.
Does
That's a bold strategy. We'll see if it pays off for him.
Right.
All right, so
You know why you always win? Because you never move your back row.
Big B, what was your thoughts?
Well, I think Tony Storm's going to win that day one. I think she's got it. I think they're going to drop the belt to her. Charlotte's going to go away for a while because I think they don't know what to do. But I tell you what, I can't wait to see Tony Storm hit. I think it's called the Twisted Storm. That move is phenomenal. So, but yeah, I got Tony Storm winning. I thought the match was good itself. Of course, you can't let Charlotte lose gracefully, so she has to DQ herself. So, but I think day one we're going to see a different story though.
I think you probably will. So Christy Wilson saying a fun fact. Tony's favorite band is Motley Crue.
not bad.
See, that's why she needs to be on the show because she's a smart one there. I didn't know that.
You told them you feel good.
Right, Dr. Feelgood. Anyway,
Chris is like, who the hell is Motley Crue?
I've heard of them.
yeah, I don't think he's an Isaiah type. Well, anyway, I definitely agree. I could at some point see Toni Storm actually beating Charlotte Flair for the women's title. But we can jump into that main event match, which was to see who was the best tag team in all of WWE. You had RK Bro versus the Usos
And the
versus-
New Day.
versus the New Day. And the New Day ended up getting the victory.
Yeah.
They defeated both of them, which basically, so now they're trying to say they're the best tag team in WWE. Crispy Bacon, go ahead and take it away.
I mean, they've won out of the three. They won the three tag teams participating in that. They've won the most tag team titles. Although the fans said that I think it was RK Bro that was the tag team. The best tag team. That's what fans said. But I mean, the match overall was good. I don't know what this will mean in the future, but I mean, it's just fun to say, hey, we're the best tag team. So
Yeah, and right now it's like super kick galore in wrestling right now.
it is.
Super kick is
That's not true.
what it is.
The best tag team in the world is Shane and Miz. Remember? They wanted
Oh yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. With Shane and the Miz. That's right. And
Anyway, sorry.
so I'm going to say, knowing Isaiah, he'll say that Motley Crue is the name of a horse.
I could see him doing something like that.
And then Christy Wilson saying a super kick party. That's really what it's turned into now. A
Yeah.
lot of wrestling is like, it's no longer the same super kick anymore. And that's kind of what this triple threat tag team match was. It was super kick after super kick after super kick. I was actually shocked that New Day, though, got the victory. But Big B, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good match with the triple threat, the tag teams in there. I mean, we all know Randy, after the match was in the corner crying with his Riddle scooter and shorts and long hair. So, but Ace, you're right. I mean, the super kick is like the move everybody does now. It's not even that dramatic anymore when somebody hits it because there's gonna be like 4 more in the same match. I mean, they need to turn the page a little bit. New Day being the best tag team, I don't know. I mean, the Usos are up there. Even the Dirty Dogs, I kind of like them. Street Profits, but for this match, I mean, it was a good match. New Day came out on top, so props to them.
You know what would have made this match even better?
Goldberg.
Kicks.
No, not Goldberg. What would have made this match even better was you hear Brock's music and Brock comes down and takes everybody to Suplex City
Yes.
and comes in and gives everybody just a giant F5 and goes, see, the beast is back. That would have been a great finish right there.
Oh my gosh, that is genius. Why didn't they think of that?
Right, just coming in and Brock takes everybody out in the ring.
Oh wait, it's probably because he got a 12-year-old riding for him.
Oh.
Sure, hey, I've got a lot of ideas that are just trapped up here, man.
I'm not
You know,
saying
Ace, that you actually kind of make a good point on that. That would have been something to have, Brock just go and start laying everybody out and kind of be the old Brock. Have Heyman come out with them and then really throw a curveball at Roman Reigns.
Well, yeah, because if like during SmackDown when he told Brock, this isn't the Brock I know, Sammy would have been taken to Suplex City. Yep. This really would have shown, hey, this Brock means business and this Brock is back. So I'm coming out to suplex anybody and everybody in this ring, and I'm taking everybody out.
Let the mind games begin.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been one huge mind game, no doubt.
It would have definitely been better than the Super Kick Party.
Oh, yeah.
Brock just comes out, this will be you, Roman.
Heck, I even thought I did a super kick in that match, too. I mean, there were so many going around.
Right.
Well, because then that way, the match would have ended in a tie, and then nobody could have said, oh, yeah, I'm the best tag team out there. It would have been, nope, it's a straight tie. There is no best tag team.
They have to beat the Miz and Shane to be the best tag team still.
Yes, because the Miz and Shane were the best tag team.
What if the winner of that, of the triple threat match, faces that tag team?
Did what? Oh,
yeah.
Face the Miz and Shane.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been cool too. Anyway, that was really all there was to go on right there. So even though we're not quite at that mark, we can still go around and give kind of our final thoughts here. So
hold on, I got my story.
Okay, go ahead, tell your story.
Okay, so here's my story about Sami Zayn that might make y'all appreciate him a little more. He was sitting down, I think it was about a year ago with Sports Illustrated, right? And they were talking about the "You Deserve It" chant. I don't know if y'all read the article, but he said something along the lines of, if I ever win the Universal title or the WWE title, I don't want fans chanting "You deserve it" to me. I want them chanting "You got lucky." And here's why he said it. Because he feels like everybody deserves it. Because everybody works hard in the WWE. Saying some people just get breaks. And that's why they get titles. So he doesn't feel like he doesn't want people to chant "You deserve it." He'd rather everybody say "You got lucky." It's a great guy. That's why I love Sami Zayn.
It's a conspiracy.
I mean, honestly, do we ever see Sami Zayn getting that title, though?
Probably not, but I kind of hope so.
Well, I kind of hope so, too, but I just, that's why I still think they screwed up by not doing it day one, have Brock and Roman just beat the heck out of each other, and then somehow Sami Zayn sneaks in with the win or something.
Oh, like a triple threat match?
Yeah, they should have set it up as a triple threat at day one, and then, just have them like take out Sami right away, and then it's just them two just brawling, and then somehow Sami Zayn comes in and weasels his way into a victory.
Well, because I was going to say they've done that in the past. If you remember when they had a triple threat match, it was The Rock and Kurt Angle and Triple H, and Triple H and Kurt Angle came out first, and The Rock was hanging out in the back and just kind of bought his time. And then Triple H and Kurt Angle were kind of beating up each other, and then eventually The Rock decided to come down and join. So I think
they allowed that.
Well, it was part of the storyline. So it would have been great to set it up like that. But anyways, we'll give our final thoughts. So Crispy Bacon, give your final thoughts.
Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Stay with Coast to Coast. We got a lot of great shows coming up, and just keep up with the network.
All right, Big B.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining. Glad I got to jump on for the last 20, 25 minutes. Thanks for the viewers. Love the interaction we're getting with them. Like Chris said, keep checking us out all week. We got great shows. I know Tuesday we were supposed to bring back You Think You Know, but I have family obligations, so Randy's going to take over and do Entertainment Hour on Tuesday. Then we got Tuesday Night Mania. And then the next 2 weeks, barring any issues, we will have 2 weeks of You Think You Know.
Sounds good. And then, of course, Mess Around Dave.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Mess Around Dave's got
Yep,
nothing.
just like the Bears, got nothing.
So,
Hey,
so,
leave my Bears out of this because they're taking Minnesota down next week.
so
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that.
all right, so with that, I hope everybody has a fantastic night. And I thank Crispy Bacon, and I thank, Big B, and of course, Mess Around Dave, and then all of our viewers. And then tonight, or not tonight, but sorry, tomorrow, you can catch an episode of the Four Bros Radio Show. So with that, everybody have a fantastic night. And if you want to watch me, you can see me tomorrow on the MI6 Sports Network doing an episode of Wild Sports Talk.
Yeah, definitely turn into Four Bros because I always have a TikTok moment on there.
TikTok moment. There you go. So with that, everybody have a fantastic night, and we will see you next Sunday for another episode of Between the Ropes.